Hey everyone, it's Josh, Z50 Vintage Honda Minis in Orlando, Florida. This is just going to get documentation of the starting point on this project. This is a 1970 Z Hardtail. We're going to do back to stock colors. Alright, so here's the other parts. Sorry about if you hear that noise in the back. That's my pool pump. We got the original tank here. I picked up a headlight bucket for him. He was missing that. We got the wheel sets and some other parts and pieces laying around, so a lot of odds and ends to collect on this one, but we'll get it done. So I already pulled off the front forks. He had the OEM muffler and exhaust on here, fenders. I think the handlebars. I can't remember if I gave him the handlebars or not on this one. This was about a month ago. Alright, so let's get this thing torn down. There's not much left on it, but we'll kind of step through that process. I got some background music, some roofing going on next to me, so enjoy it. Nut is on here. This is just a spanner wrench here. Alright, so once this is off, the front triple tree will. So yeah, on these original bikes, they have a bunch of roller bearings. So these are probably gonna just fall out when I get this to drop out here. It's gonna be a pain in the butt to get off. This is cross-threaded from previous installations, so I'm gonna end up having to work to get this up, and I'll have to get a die and run it back down these threads and repair it. All right, screw it. I'm not gonna thread this off. I'm just gonna get a grinding wheel and small wheel or something on a Dremel, small circumference cut off wheel, and just cut this thing off. I'm not going to destroy these threads. I'm probably going to have to repair some of the threading down here, but I'm not bringing this thing all the way up to screw all these threads up. So grinding wheel, I'm going to get that broken off and pull it off. Alright, so cut off wheel's not going to work for me. It's just too tight of circumstances. I got the bottom race here. I got my tube down, you know, my head tube here on the frame. We got all my threading, so it's just not a good area to be using a grinding wheel. There's too much risk of cutting stuff up or nicking anything. I have a multi-tool, and I use this Bosch carbide bit. So I'll take some time to do this. It's going to be a little slower process, but it will work. Alright, so I got this off and was able to drop this out. This is the yoke of the triple tree here, front fork tubes. But right here you can see that this, you know, when this race was cross-threaded, it never sat properly, and it just chewed all the threading away. So in anticipation that we'll get that fixed done, the other thing is these fork ears are not in alignment. They're bent and tweaked. So I'm going to go ahead and just get these so that they're in alignment. And I'll just use a punch. Try and get these so that they're nice and straight across. So let's use the punch and a little hammer and catch the lip on this bottom race. There's not much of a lip on this design, so That was an easy method. And then this one, you just want to put it in there. It will expand. And actually what I would do is take a punch or some form and catch the lip of the tool, which I'll do from underneath, and give it some hits. And it should bring that race up with it. So the other thing, you should have 21 ball bearings on the top and 21 on the bottom for a total of 42. And if you want to reuse your bearings, which I don't, unless they're really rusted or corroded, it's easy to do. You just actually put a little WD-40. I'm putting new bearings in this one, but if you want to re-clean easily and get your bearings nice and cleaned up, WD-40 works really well in a little baggie, and just kind of run them around, and then use a paper towel or something. Essentially what you got left are 8mm bolts. Usually these are about 14mm, and then on the back side of here is a 13mm nut, and same thing here. So it's usually like your variety of sockets are going to be from 8 to 14mm generally on the frame stuff. So I'm just going to go ahead and take this all down and get it broken down all the way. Alright, so that's a wrap for this disassembly on this bike. I guess I still got to take this shield off, 10mm bolts. So everything's going to go down to blasting. We'll work through the problem on the threads on the yoke of the front fork. Just inspect your steering tab here, your stop. Make sure that's still in good working order or not broken off or missing, because you'll want to replace that before you go to paint and powder. Engine will get rebuilt again, 108, 88cc. We're not there yet. We'll figure it out. So that should wrap it up for today's video. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe, and I'll continue to make some videos on this bike build, and we got a lot of other bikes going on at the same time I'm making videos of too.